The Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos are ready for Sunday's big game. Super Bowl 50 is Sunday in San Francisco. Our very special on-the-record football panel is here. Super Bowl 12 champion, four-time Pro Bowler and Hall of Fame running back Tony Dorsett, and six-time Pro Bowl quarterback and NFC champion Donovan McNabb. You both, welcome, gentlemen.
Well, thank you.
It's good to be here.
Donovan, let me go first to you. How nervous are the quarterbacks, do you think, for Super Bowl?
Well, I'm very excited about these two, and I think they present something different. Cam, obviously, being the young generation, showing that he can play from the pocket and have the ability to use his legs. Peyton, the wily vet, coming out in 1994 with myself out of high school. Both of us were parade All-Americans, and to see what he's accomplished over the years and still going at this particular point, you got to be excited. So I'm just excited about this competition between the two, because I think you're looking at maybe a quarterback that's leaving the league with a great legacy and another one trying to build one.
Tony, I'm, of course, disappointed the Green Bay Packers aren't in because I own one share and I bore the viewers telling them every time. But anyway, Tony, what's your assessment of this game on Sunday?
Well, I tell you what, you know, obviously you got the two best teams standing going into the big fight. But the thing about this is, you know, Cam Newton is you know, he's a very outstanding quarterback, but it's hard to me, the old wiry, slick vet, Peyton Manning. I tell you, Peyton Manning is, this guy is above and beyond what I've ever thought he was going to be as a professional football player, and he's still going strong. I want to say it's going to be a toss-up, but I'm leaning a little bit towards Carolina.
Donovan, if you were an owner of the teams, which would you rather have, an older, experienced quarterback or a younger, healthier, and hungrier one? Which would you rather have?
Well, if I'm over a team and those are the two quarterbacks that I can choose from, you got to be very excited. But at this particular point, I think I would start my franchise out with a young, energetic, hungry quarterback in Cam Newton. There are a lot of things you can do with Cam. You build around him. You start with the offensive line. You get him a good run game. You get him a solid blanket, safety blanket at the tight end and wide receiver position. And you can be able to build more on both sides of the ball when you have a young guy so talented like Cam Newton. Not to take anything away from Peyton Manning, but how many years are you going to get out of Peyton Manning? When you talk about an older guy that's been in the league 17, 18 years, you know at some point you're going to have to go out and get someone to step back into that role. And when you have a guy sitting out there right now with the talent of Cam Newton and progressing each and every year, I think I'll start my franchise off with a guy like Cam.
Tony, what do you think of the running backs on the two teams?
Well, I think both of these teams have outstanding running attacks. There's no question about it. You know, and to be successful and to get as far as they have, obviously they had to have a good blend with their running game. So in reality, I just think, you know, they're balanced. Both teams are extremely well balanced. You know, they can run the ball as well as pass the ball. And so the thing about it is, you know, it makes it a little bit more difficult for defenses, obviously. But again, this game is not going to boil down to who's running the ball more, who's passing the ball more. I think because of they're so well equally balanced, that it's going to boil down to what team makes the more mistakes.
Right.
Donovan, do you miss playing? Would you like to be in this game?
Absolutely not.
No? No?
I miss the paychecks.
Yeah.
I miss the camaraderie in the locker room and maybe playoff Super Bowl time. But to be honest with you, I don't miss it. I don't look back or regret the decision of retiring in 2012. 13 years I spent in the NFL. Obviously adding high school and college into that whole effect. Now I get an opportunity to spend time with my kids, be the father that I always wanted to be. Coaching softball, flag football, baseball, basketball. Donovan is always going to be a part of things when it comes to my 4 kids. So it's important, I think, for these young guys to just have a plan when that time comes up.
How about you, Tony? When you do you miss playing? When you look out and think this is the big game, are you going to miss it?
I ditto with Donovan. Let me tell you something. He hit the nail dead square on the head. You know, he's got enough of it. You know, the thing about it is when you play this game and you get into double-digit years.
Yeah.
when it's time for you to shut it down, you know, most guys know when it's time to move away and start doing something else, settle down, get with your family, do the things that, like he said, you've always wanted to do, especially when you got a guy like him, man, you got 4 young boys. Yeah. Come on, man. You can't help but want to spend some time with those guys. But no, I never regretted retiring. I never thought about going back out there and trying it again. I said, you know, I'd taken enough hits and licks over the years, and I said, hey, enough is enough. You know, I'm moving on and trying to do something else.
Well, thank you both. It was always fun to watch both of you play over the years, even when you played against my Packers or, you know, on teams that I wasn't rooting for necessarily. Anyway, Tony, Donovan, thank you very much, and Sunday's a big day. Thank you both.